Let's go. Jackson Kruger, top 10 safeties. Shout out to Jack.
Top 10 safeties list.
Before we get started, let's see. Obviously, Kyle Hamilton, Javon Holland, Buda Baker, Antoine Winfield. Man, that's tough. I ain't gonna lie. I got something in mind that my brain is just blanking right now. I got some. Uh, Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates. Um, Chauncey Gardner Johnson. Uh, there's another safety. I don't know. I don't know about Derwin James. Like, did he go crazy this year? I won't really watch him like that, like in detail. Uh, bro, there's somebody I'm thinking of, just not coming to mind. I'm gonna stop there. This AJ Terrell, you crazy?
List. Always an interesting
He's a
list
corner.
to make because obviously when we watch film,
I'm kind of surprised he didn't put AJ Terrell in his top 10 corners. That's a good corner.
we don't really watch the safeties too often, right? We mostly focus on the
Oh my gosh, I saw this post. I'm gonna try to find it. I saw this post. Gosh, it was a picture. If I could find it, I'm gonna try to include it in the video. But it was a picture of the safeties from the past era, like not 90s, like 2010s to now. And when I say the safety position is nowhere near as good as it used to be, like it's actually crazy. Like there's a huge gap in how good it was. Like it was like it's wild. And it's not to say the guys, the best safeties that are playing now are bad. It's just I don't know. It was just on a different level back then. It's wild. I hope I can find that. I'm gonna look for it after this video.
what the broadcast shows us. They don't even show us the safeties on a lot of plays, but I figured, hey, I watch enough film, all 22 here, that I could at least give a crack at my top 10 safeties list. Let's just get into it. Only one honorable mention, Brandon Jones. Couldn't quite get him on the list. But yeah, let's start things off with number 10. I'm going Julian Love, who really I thought, was kind of
Did Julian Love did he come into the league as a safety? I feel like he played cornerback at first. Maybe I'm
okay for
tripping.
the Giants when he played there, and maybe it was just not being in a good enough situation to really thrive, but has just gotten better and better since he's gone over to Seattle. Was pretty good 2 years ago, and then last year I thought was really good. So yeah, I mean we'll see if he can continue this upward trajectory. We know that he is not maybe situation proof. Although again, he wasn't horrible with the Giants or anything like that. But to me, he's been much better in Seattle. I have a feeling he's going to want to stick there instead of head back or go to
Yeah,
another
yeah, yeah. He
situation.
came in as a corner. He came in as a corner. Said Ty McShay had him ranked the fourth best cornerback. Oh no, he's ranked third by Ty McShay and fourth by Mel Kiper. That's interesting. I feel like you don't see that too often with corners switching to at least nowadays. You don't see it too often with corners switching to safety and actually it panning out pretty well as it has for Julian Love.
That might not be ideal. Number 9, I am going Antoine.
9? My dog at 9? He's one of my favorite safeties. Was the epitome of consistency. And then he's undersized too. Just he a dog.
Winfield, who I believe I had like number 1 or 2 last year, but ultimately he just wasn't that great last year. Like that's just what it comes down to. Is he was kind of widely considered to be a top 3 safety in football, and then just had a down year. And I don't
My favorite safety. Who is my favorite safety? It might I don't know for real. Might be Antoine. I like Javon Holland a lot too. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jeremy Chin. Boy. Yeah. His potential is through the roof. That's another one. Maybe that's the one I was thinking of earlier that I couldn't think of. His potential is through the roof, but I, don't, I hope he hits it, man. I really do.
I don't know how much of that was due to kind of having to overcompensate for how many injuries the Tampa Bay defense had. But I think part of why the defense took a step back last year was because he took a step back and he was dealing with injuries. That has to be mentioned. So how healthy was he the whole time? I don't know. And maybe he was just banged up and he'll be back to normal next year. As a Tampa Bay fan, I hope so. But, I mean, I have to judge what's on tape. He's coming off a bad year. Hopefully he can rebound. Number 8, I decided to go with Budda Baker, who, kind of interestingly, his career and Winfield's career are a bit tied together because of that year that Budda Baker.
The most overrated safety. I don't want to disrespect nobody. I ain't even gonna lie. Ask me that at the end of this video. I wanna.
The Pro Bowl over Winfield. I believe that was that year.
I'm curious who he's gonna have up here that I might not agree with.
Baker's a good player, and like I get why people wanted him to be a Pro Bowler that year. He's someone who's really good at both being able to stop the run when he's in those situations, but also really good in coverage. He kind of checks every box, and we've seen that now that he's in a better situation with Arizona getting better around him, we're really getting to see him thrive. And I wouldn't be shocked if he continues to climb these rankings. Although again, this is a tough rankings to climb. It just is. Number 7 on the list, I'm going Derwin James, who kind of quietly regained his form last year, I thought. The 2023, he wasn't great. Obviously, he's had all those injuries early on in his career, but I thought last year.
About to watch Equalizer 3. That's a good series of movies. If you want to watch a good Denzel movie, Book of Eli. That's a good one. I'm curious if Harrison Smith is going to be up here. Just curious.
One of the real reasons why we saw the Chargers have that jump defensively, there was a lot of reasons, but part of it was just Derwin James kind of was back to being Derwin James again. So, again, hopefully we get more healthy years out of Derwin James, although I will say, and again, I hope I'm not jinxing anything, but he's had 4 straight years of over 900 snaps. So, to how things kind of gotten better, he's kind of getting better. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he did have that down 2023 season has to hurt his stock a little, but I don't know. He might be back to being that Derwin James guy again. Number 6 is Justin Reed.
Oh, I forgot about him. Yeah, easy.
Player who then goes to the Saints. So the Saints love getting former
safeties
from the Chiefs.
He's a good safety.
It appears because I guess they do similar things, although not a whole new scheme. Dennis Allen's no longer there, but Justin Reed's a player who the Saints just ask so much of their safeties. Safety stats and numbers are never going to look good for the Saints with the Spagnuolo scheme just because of how it operates. They do the cover 2-man stuff where then the safeties often end.
It's not even just that, in my opinion. What he's saying is valid, but I think they had a lot of good guys, in my opinion. Like they had a lot of good guys. They got good guys on the D line, and I think in any team where you have a good defense, it's tough for one guy's stats to just stand out. It is what it is because you gotta. It's not one guy overcompensating for everybody else. It's just
end up they blitz, and then the safeties often have to cover wide receivers even one-on-one pretty consistently. That's difficult. But
I remember he played really corner with the Texans in some games.
Look at
we was so dysfunctional.
Metrics, and again,
Texans was so dysfunctional at one point.
I don't know, but like PFF grades, he was 12th among safeties in PFF grades. For the situation that he was put in, still being able to win that consistently is absurd. Tyrann Mathieu was usually not graded very well because of the fact that he was asked to do so much. Like Justin Reed being this, that highly graded. And again, just when you watch him, you can see how consistently he's able to win. That's why I put him at 6. Number 5, I'm going to the Detroit Lions safety Brian Branch. Now,
I forgot about Brian Branch. If you want to critique
this, what you can say is he purely a safety? Because he does do a lot.
That man's a safety. He's a safety who can cover. This dude, I think I don't know if I said this. I think I did say this, but I think he has Hall of Fame talent. Not a Hall of Fame player, but he has Hall of Fame talent. So if he can maintain and gain what he already got, he can earn himself a gold jacket.
A lot of slot corner as well.
Was dysfunctional. They
That's,
still are.
I guess,
Now
fair,
they're
but to me, a lot of safeties do a lot
much
of
more
slot corner. Like
functional
Antoine
now.
Winfield does that. No one's going to call him a slot corner. I think it's only because when he was drafted, he was talked about as a slot corner / safety. No, to me, he is a safety who is
Agreed.
a great one. I mean, and this guy's a physical player too. You see, like, okay, 6 feet, 200 pounds. But yeah, he can. I mean, sometimes people argue he
He a
hits a little
dog.
too much, but ultimately is a player who can, be a force, not just when it comes to coverage, but also run defense. And so because of that, I decided to put him at number 5 on the list. Is kind of that prototypical strong safety who it's okay because they have a very good
See who he
free
got
safety.
next.
Speaking of very good free safeties,
Oh, okay.
Xavier McKinney, another former
Dang.
Giant safety, makes this
None of these
list.
guys'
Sorry,
names was
Giants
popping up
fans.
into my head.
Yeah, McKinney coming off a great year. Again, another player who, once he
I'm
leaves the
tripping.
Giants, has a good season. That seems to be a trend that starts to happen, not just with safeties, but obviously Saquon Barkley. Maybe Daniel Jones is going to play great for the Colts. I don't know. But McKinney is someone
He
who
just
I do think
might.
this kind of made sense. And he had some good years with especially his last year with the Giants. He was good. I think he was someone that we all kind of thought put him in a better situation. He will start to thrive. And that's kind of exactly what happened. There was a point when it looked like he might be an all-pro. I do think a couple of guys ended up kind of, really giving him competition there. Actually, I forgot. He did make the All-Pro. It looked like he was maybe not going to because there was talks about Kyle Hamilton making it over him. But McKinney was the one who got it. So, yeah, was an All-Pro, deserved it, and is, in my opinion, the 4th best safety in the league. Number 3, I'm still going Jesse Bates. And I know people will just think I, for whatever reason, have this weird love affair with Jesse Bates. But I just tell you, when I watch the film, I mean, you saw that Steelers game where they just didn't even throw over the middle. The fact that there is
The fact that this dude has been rated a 95 like 2-3 years in a row in Madden is wild to me because I don't be seeing it. And that's not to say that he's not good. I just don't watch him enough. But that's a testament to how good he is because you don't hear about him a lot. He's not a mainstream name, but he's consistently in the elite tier when it comes to Madden ratings, and that's wild. So shout out to him.
really, quite frankly, just a mess of a supporting cast around him defensively.
And you know
He
what though? What I was saying with the safeties earlier, back then the safeties would hit. We don't have that in the NFL. Hitting is not it's not as big as it used to be. You know, I don't think it's that many players that just like to hit that much as they used to anymore. But I'm assuming he's a very good cover safety. And again, ain't nothing wrong with that. Elite is elite at the end of the day.
he's still able to put up the metrics that he puts up, have the consistency that he puts up. And we've talked about how much in this video of, oh, this player wasn't great in a bad situation and has played better once they've gotten in a better situation. Bates isn't in a great situation, and he is playing fantastic. Obviously, 2 years ago, I thought that he should have won Defensive Player of the Year. He was
Oh
that
wow.
good. He covers so
What the heck did he do 2 years ago? Let me pull up stats. What's crazy is they just drafted two more safeties that are nice. They drafted two more safeties. Jesse Bates. What the heck did he do? Oh, he had 132 tackles with 6 picks. That's tough. That's a good season. Who won Defensive Player of the Year 2 years ago? 2023. 2023 DPOY NFL. They gonna show me Jaron Jackson Jr. Oh, Myles Garrett.
much of that field.
They're
He
being
is an
trained to
umbrella
tackle instead of
of the
hit.
defense. So can't quite put him at the top 2. And you could argue maybe I should put the All-Pro ahead of him. Okay, fair enough. But Bates, I'm going to keep him at 3. Number 2 is another guy who was an All-Pro 2 years ago and
So who's
second
number
team All-Pro
1?
this past year. Kyle Hamilton, a player that is the definition of the do-it-all safety. And any player that you are arguing over Kyle Hamilton, you have to first concede that they are worse than Kyle Hamilton at something because he is the best do-it-all safety. When it comes to run defense, coverage, he could even rush the passer, had 46 pass rush reps and did a good job at those. He is easily, in my opinion, the most complete safety, but personally, I just value coverage more than anything, and there was one safety that I thought was a little better in coverage last year,
I do
so
value
I'm
coverage
going to
more
give
than
that guy the
anything.
nod for my number one spot. It is Kirby Joseph,
Oh
the Detroit.
wow, I did not see this coming. Kirby Joseph, the best safety in the NFL. He got with his fire, he got both of the Lion safeties up here. Kirby was nice like that. He complimented him on his coverage. So he said Kirby was the best cover safety this year. That's why I know he
Detroit
be smacking
Lions
folks.
free safety that I talked about earlier. In my opinion, the year that he had, again, talk about being an umbrella for a defense. The range that he has, he still can make
It's an Eagles helmet over here, so this ain't no bias.
tackles and make plays that way. And which with coverage being so important, the way that he can take the ball away. Yeah, in my opinion, he is the best safety in football. You could talk me into Hamilton over him, but I just value that kind of safety so much that I'm going to keep him at number one. So yeah, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you, and of course, as always, thanks for watching.
I'm with that though. As far as I could care less about it. A safety who's elite at run support. If I'm being honest, like, and not necessarily care less, but like at the end of the day, if you could shut down a whole side of a field, I would take that over you being an elite run defender. Because I mean, yeah, run defender. You could put you a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Then he have 9 picks. Let me see. Let's check. Kirby Joseph stats. He had 9. That's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Well, all right. Shout out to Jack.